Hello and welcome to Can Itto be meta again? It's a huge thing where I'm wondering if he can actually pull it off. The two main driving factors for this is Xilonen's release and also Mavuika. If I'm saying that right. Maybe. We'll see. The reason why these two characters can really help out Itto is because this, I would say, is Itto's current best team, right? You know, Itto, Zhongli, Goro, Furina. Maybe instead of Zhongli, you throw Chiori in there. I do think that Xilonen will release and will make this team a lot better. Because the issue right now, Goro can't heal. He's a character who can heal, but he can't heal any meaningful amount. So you're really only just healing the pebbles that can possibly be there. Whereas Xilonen is actually going to heal up very well comparatively to Goro, right? So you kick off Goro on the team, right? That does give us, 40% less crit damage and a lot less defense. However, with Furina in tow and Xilonen, then Xilonen will give Itto stacks and she will proc this eventually. Because I don't think that Itto is going to take enough damage to where Xilonen's healing is bad whatsoever. I mean, it heals a lot. Let's be real. It's going to heal a lot. And then, like I said, the Pyro Archon's release. Many of us are expecting her to be an off-field Pyro applicator. That can either mean that she will vape when Furina's hits, or Furina will vape when her hits. This is going to be pretty crazy if that comes to fruition. Because, I mean, that is a really nice, buff for this team overall. So let's go ahead. Let's grab this. I'm not using... Oh, that's bad. I'm not using my Favonius on Goro. Normally I am, but I think I wanted to use it on Yeon. So Itto there, and he's going to be hitting 53,000. Not bad whatsoever. I mean, if he can start hitting higher numbers, we're looking at sort of a decent, character. I would say he attacks slower than Nevi, which is a problem, and Nevi hits like 10k harder than him on average, I would say. So generally, that's where we lie right now. It's just, right now, he's good, but he needs like a slight little bit of edge, right? And if we can get him to do maybe 30,000 and Mavuika and Furina do a buttload of off-field damage, I think we're looking good. So let's go ahead and check out without our, full HP. I think I'm just going to use Zhongli's first. So let's use Zhongli first for the Res Shred so we can get in some more damage with Furina there because of the Res Shred there. And then we'll go ahead and grab Itto here. And we'll bore him, and it didn't actually do that. But 47,000, 48,000, 89,000. It's not it's not great. And I would say this is also C2 Itto. That's a big issue. 118,000 on the board, not bad. But that's a big issue also. My Itto being C2 has a lot more charge attacks than a C0 Itto in his combo stream. It is a situation of, I'm curious to see, how is this going to play out? Because Itto could easily become a decent character now. Like, I would not have given him the title of decent character, like, before Xilonen even got announced. But now I'm looking at him like, Xilonen, you give resistance shred to, both the Pyro Archon and Furina, which on this team, it does not exist like that. And then the Pyro Archon and Furina will react with each other to do vaporizes, whatever, character vaporizes. If it's Mavuika, I'm assuming that we're going to hit even higher numbers. And if it's, Furina, then she can even hit upwards of like 60,000 on just one singular hit, right? I've seen it on other teams. I've even seen people's Furinas go for 100,000. So it is a possibility, right? It is a possibility. But I would like to point out, my constellations don't actually affect his damage. It's more about the amount of hits you can do. So it's a damage over span, right? But in terms of per hit damage, constellations don't matter, which is something that, his weapon... I would already assume that you have his weapon, because if you like Itto, his weapon is his best upgrade path, at least for that beginning upgrade path. And then you go ahead and you grab the C2 and, I feel like his C6 is the only thing that really holds up because, well, his C1 is pretty good, but, overall, I would say his C2 is going to be worse because you're only going to use 2 Geos on the team. I am excited for how Itto may end up, being. Now, another thing is that Xilonen has some pretty good plunge potential, but we also do have our boy right here, Xianyun, yeah. I'm going to not use Goro's burst, even though it gives 25% defense. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to do this. So Xianyun will go ahead and Res Shred. So we'll see sort of the damage numbers that Furina would be doing had she not been using any of that. All right, so that's not great. But now we have this. So we have this as plunge attacks, and I mean, he's hitting 102,000 when he crits. I mean, that is nearly what Xianyun is going to be doing. So yeah, we saw him do 100,000 per plunge. I mean, that's not awful. It's one of the things that people are talking about with Xilonen, where she's easily able to do like 100,000 plunges, which is probably your best course of action when you go for a DPS Xilonen. I think what I'm going to do for Xilonen is just use a whole bunch of sub DPS characters. You know, they'll get their res shred. One element will get damage bonus. I don't know what I'm actually going to do. You could probably just use Chloride's team, right? You use like, oh, you could have Fischl or Kuki. Then you can have, yeah, it could be like a Hyper Bloom character with just Geo. Yeah, not bad. So overall, you know, this seems all right. Let's go ahead and let's pop the resistances again, and let's do all our stuff. We're going to have this. We're going to grab that. All right, let's do our plunges. Let's see what we're looking like, because 120. Yeah, I mean, not bad. Itto, even like just at this, you know, this may be his best team. I'm kind of wondering, because like he does 120,000, and you can do 8 of those or something. I don't know how many we can actually do, but you do. Yeah, this might, I don't know. It depends how you want to play him. Because if you want to stay true to the core of Itto, obviously the triple Geo setup there is good. But, you know, I wonder how Xilonen is going to work on this team. Because, I mean, she's going to decrease the res for Geo and also give Furina damage bonus and decrease, you know, Furina's damage, right? I mean, that's... Actually, no, this wouldn't work because Xianyun. Xianyun is an animo character. It wouldn't work. Yeah. Xianyun, if you don't know, Xilonen needs to have 2 characters convert their stuff, so it wouldn't work because you don't have an animo crystal for that. I think honestly it would have been good if she had Dendro and animo crystals, because I mean all they have to do is be in party, so that would have been fine, right? She can't interact with them, but you know I think it would have been a good decision to have her. I think animo and Dendro crystals for Xilonen would have made her a lot better and would have made the, you know, talk around her more like a versatility type thing. But overall, I am excited to see what kind of buff Itto may receive within, you know, 5.1, and then I'm assuming Pyro Archon is coming out in 5.3. I would not recommend summoning on 5.2 banners. Chaska is, you know, whatever, but guys, I'm gonna be real, guys. There is no way I can recommend summoning for 5.2 when the Pyro Archon's right around. If Risley is out there and he is like finally getting his rerun, that is the one character, because if you really love Risley, if you really love him, I wouldn't blame you for summoning, but I would also have to question some things. So, yeah. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I just want to, you know, I used to love Itto. I kind of hate him now. I'm not exactly the biggest fan of Itto, gonna be honest. But, yeah, I am excited to see what he may have in store for him, because he could end up being very good. This is all depending on really how the Pyro Archon, you know, how much damage she's able to do off field. Because if it's a lot and she's able to hit like 200k off field, then we're talking, right? Then we're talking and we're looking at her and it's like we're looking good. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.